Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Velvet with Empowering Moments with Velvet. Just coming to you with a quick word and a quick demonstration. And so today we're going to set the table. Um, this morning I woke up feeling a little blue. What I found out in life is sometimes you have to overtake your situation. Life is going to come at you with all types of things. It's going to come at you in all different directions. It comes at you through your job. It comes at you through your children. It comes at you through your emotions. It comes at you with finances. It comes at you. That's life. But instead of moping around and laying in bed and just, oh, woe is me, I decided to take the bull by the horns. And when life is coming at me, guess what? I'm learning to come right back at life. And so that eventually life is going to love me and I'm going to love life back. So in the midst of it, while I'm going through it and while I was going through my little moment this morning, I realized, blue might just be my favorite color, again, overtaking the situation. So, I realized I walked through my house and I looked and I was like, my goodness, your dining room is blue. And I started looking through my cabinets and my dishes and things, and I had blue dishes and I had blue candles. So, blue stemware. So I was like, guess what? You know what? Blue pillows. And even my dining room set is blue. So, I'm going to just take the bull by the horns and I'm going to use this blue and I'm going to make it happen for me. But in the midst of that, I was thinking one of the things that made me feel a little sad this morning was I lost someone very, very dear to me in September. Very, very, very dear to me. And one of the things that he used to say to me when we got into a spat, or as my former pastor's wife, Deanne Johnson, used to say, when we had moments of fellowship, is what she used to call it, intense moments of fellowship, meaning arguments or disagreements or spats, whichever way you want to spin it. But when we had that, he would always say to me, you didn't set the table right, or the table wasn't set right in that situation. And I'm like, what do you mean the table wasn't set right? You didn't set the table right. So we started playing the blame game. But anyway, we would always work it out. But in that, I learned that, you do have to set the table right in a relationship. Now, that's a relationship with your children. That's a relationship in your job, wherever, with your parents. The table must be set right. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to listen to people. You have to know when to speak and when not to speak. You have to set the table right. You can't come into a relationship, and that's even when you're a relationship with your kids. You can't always be the heavy. You know what I mean? You can't always throw your weight around because you're the parent. You have to allow your children an opportunity to be able to, and I'm setting the table, okay? You have to allow and there it is, you have to allow your children the opportunity to be able to voice their opinions, say how they feel. Sometimes as parents are not always right. So allow your children to have a voice. Parents are not always right. And we've learned that in life. Sometimes you have to give your kids a voice, give your spouse a voice, allow them to speak and say what they feel and how they feel. And a lot of times, we come into relationships thinking we're going to be the bully, or we want to be the head. We want to be the boss. We don't want to share ideas. We want to just have them listen to our ideas. So you have to be able to allow your partner, your spouse, your children, your parents to be able to voice their opinions. So let's learn how to set the table right. Now, if we were not setting the table, you can't bring all forks to a table and serve soup. Come on with it now. You can't do that. If you're going to set the table right and you having soup, guess what? You need a soup spoon or a spoon. But you can't bring all forks to the table. if you're serving soup. And another thing, you can't bring all knives to the table and expect someone to eat what you've served. Am I talking good? You can't bring all knives to the table and expect someone to eat what you've served. You have to be in a position to know what to bring to the table. You have to be in a position to know what to bring to the table. And I dropped the knife, so we're going to move on, and I'm going to, get another knife. But then, and you cannot expect, people to always, see things your way. You have to allow them the opportunity to have a voice. Set the table right, people. If you want to have a lasting and a loving relationship with your family, with your children, sometimes you have to know what to say, how to say it, and guess what? When to say it. So in setting a table, we've all learned that, the spoon and the knife goes on the right and the forks go on the left. Well, that's what we were taught, right? That's what we were taught. We were taught that normally you would have, a dinner plate, a salad plate, or salad bowl. And then you would have your coffee and your tea, or your tea saucer and your teacup. But that's how it should be, and most of the times it is. But what if I don't want to have coffee or tea? Why do I have to have the coffee or tea cups on my table if I'm not serving coffee and tea? What if I don't want to have a salad? Why do I have to have a salad plate on my table if I choose not to have a salad? Maybe I don't want soup that day, So your table is your table. But remember, be mindful of the people that you're serving at the table. What are you serving? What are you serving? What are you serving at your table? I like a pretty table, and I like a variety of things. Sometimes I mix it up. Sometimes I add high end with low ends. For those of you that know me, you know that. So you may see some Dollar Tree items along with some, high end items. You may see that in my house. You may see me at a backyard barbecue with some crystal. It all depends on how I feel, that particular day. But just make sure when you're setting your table, make sure, and you're setting it for a specific type of guest, make sure you know what they like. Make sure you're giving them pretty much what they want, not what you want. Far be it for me to invite a vegetarian to dinner and I'm serving beef. Come on now. I'm serving beef, but I know you're a vegetarian. So that's not good. That's not setting the table right. So when you're setting the table right, you want to make sure that you are saying things and doing things in a way that you would get the person that you're trying to deliver your message to actually hear you. That's what you want to do when you're setting the table. So just be mindful of that. And this right here is my version of a casual table scape. It's a casual table scape. And this is just if I were just, having a little, few friends over or whatever. But it's very, very casual. And this would be more like, to me, could be a steak dinner. It could be a spaghetti dinner, but it's very casual. And I like this. I like this version. So here is my version of a casual night dinner. This is my version of a casual night's dinner. Now, I did not have any, what do you call these things? Napkin holders that I wanted to use. So, I always know how to improvise. You can take nothing and make something out of it. So I had some rope. I just cut it, or twine, whatever you want to call it. I just cut it and made my own napkin holder. And this is my version of a casual night's dinner. Many, many great conversations are had at the dinner table. You find out many, many things about your family at the dinner table. So this is my casual night's dinner. Be blessed.